first headshot. A lot of information on the rest of these players too. He's actually spotted 3 of them out in mid, and they're continuing to face. And well, the T's, they're just not doing any damage.
Indeed, they're not doing any damage so far, and for Unique, everything's going perfect. Now the team going to floweaN, and SELLTER, he will find one more. The fair exchange of damage is there, but no kills coming in for the side of the T's so far. Cerq needs to be careful. ISK will take him down. Now man advantage for Unique.
It all comes down to ISK and EIZA. They need to get onto this B site and actually get that C4 planted. They're getting closer and closer, and there we go. Further headshot. ISK doing some massive work this round with that P250. And it all comes down to KRIMZ. This round has turned on its head, and ISK with another. Such a talented player. ISK is just on fire.
He isn't. Is he a stand-in, by the way? I think he is.
Yes, he is. Yes,
he is a stand-in. I haven't seen him. I will just refresh the clean feed real quick.
It's unfortunate they can't trade out SELLTER there. Dox has done incredibly well to take Crush down. But still a man disadvantage. They've established this long...
Go down for Vexed, and the 2 versus 2 retake is on. Although there's a massive HP advantage going in the way of Unique. ISK though with the AWP in play.
Oh, Leaf, what a snappy headshot. Now knows where the second man is, just doesn't need to face. He can play the head angle against this AWP, and KRIMZ realizes there's no chance here. He's just going to fall right away. No kit, no Kevlar, no chance. He'll bring that big scoped rifle.
In the end, this headshot was pretty much what won them the round. They were both low on HP. Of course, the AWP, it doesn't really matter if you're that low on HP with the AWP. Pretty much the best opening that Unique could hope for. They're going for the half by the AWP, and for Vexed, grouping up towards that B side. For the T side, it's only left to ISK in a 1 versus 4 with maybe the worst weapon for the scenario, and KRIMZ, he will shut him down with his 3rd in the round. And that's just not a round that Vexed should be losing.
Yeah, it really is. And when you're bursting into B like that, just contesting against the deagle.
5 versus 4 to work with. They don't have control over tunnels. They don't have control over short. They don't have control over long. And this is pretty much the same scenario.
First in there, essentially throwing these rifles away.
They'll try and get rid of the pit player, but look at that from SELLTER. Gets a quick double, and at this point, Unique, they might be starting to show us why they wanted to play Dust 2.
He'll be more than happy with that engagement. And Vexed once again on the back foot. Needs to try and pick this one back up. Retrieved, and Vexed try and tap in these digits. Dox trying to cut off these rotations. And shalfey, he's got a hard angle to clear and not the right weapon for it, but still hits the shot. And with the HP advantage, Unique could certainly go for this and certainly make it work.
Doesn't matter how hard B-side is to retake, they have a combined of 40 HP to work with. The 2 players, and SELLTER with an instant headshot. SELLTER with the double, and that's gonna be 4 rounds on the board for Unique, as Vexed, well, this is not the best scenario for them. Yes, they have the max close bonus, they have the bomb plant, and of course they will be able to fully invest into the next one, but killing only 2 players from Unique, losing the B-bomb site in such a fashion. Vexed, they seem pretty controlled by Unique at this point. Even when
from Vexed, they've got some premium rifles to work with, but essentially keeping enough money to go for a full buy in the next. SELLTER getting aggressive on long. He does pay the price for it. Leaf is there to find him. Comes back into a 4-on-4, but you're right. Unique have just controlled the pace in this one. There's been some major initiative plays as well. We see SELLTER in the last round, not even waiting for his teammates to get into position. Instead, just taking matters into his own hand, finding those 2 final kills. This one not going as smoothly for them.
And this is only the half buy coming in from the T side, so for Unique, it's another round where they want to lose so much players. KRIMZ with the AWP, and ISK is gonna find the headshot onto the scout. Now at 2 versus 4, and Crush, he needs to go big here. Spots the scout, gets his head off. That's a nice shot to begin with. Switches back to the M4, goes for the spray, doesn't connect, and now it's only left to shalfey. He could catch the players crossing, but will he hit the shot? shalfey, yes, he does hit it. bomb is down. They'll retrieve it and now onto the 1 versus 2. Still Leaf, he's heavily tagged, but shalfey has the AWP to play with, so this HP won't even matter. He needs to find the first on the AWP, but so far they haven't been looking towards long.
Surely they hear him now. No, they don't, but shalfey misses the shot, and that's pretty much. And be just as impactful with it. He can buy himself a scout, and he can still get those entry picks, get those.
Tear him down as well. And this round is just collapsing for the side of Unique as Crane once again with the AWP. He's just left with nothing to do. They need to push out short. They need to find something. Pretty much the best that he could have hoped for, but still the 2 versus 4. I don't think they should have a chance, and EIZA, he doesn't want to let Crane escape, or this is floweaN rather, as Crane is unshorted. Both of them still managing to keep their guns, but for floweaN, it's going to be a pretty tough task to get out of CT safe. He'll try to go for it, gets spotted by Leaf, gets taken down as well, and for Vexed, that's going to be 6 rounds on the board, as Unique will be just left with their finger in their mouth, and they need to think about it, because to be fair,
yeah, as soon as they lose those opening picks, it all seems to go horribly wrong. They don't seem to be able to actually recover off the back of it.
For this aggression, Crush here, he will try to run out of the smoke. floweaN will get dropped. Crush with 1, Crush with a second, but Leaf on the refrag. Crush, he has the bomb, that's everything. EIZA will drop him, and now SELLTER in the 1 versus 2. Bomb will get picked up by Leaf. He needs to be careful. SELLTER wins the duo now onto the 1 versus 1 as he will try to make his way out of here, but is just going straight in for the duo and will win round number 7 for Vexed. What you said is actually pretty much what is losing Unique the game so far. But you know what the reason is? Unique, they go for 3 or 4 rounds
on site. This is absolutely dire for Unique.
It is smoke will get deployed, and EIZA, he's ready for it. He will take down the first move, he take down the second, goes for the spray down, doesn't connect the bullets. And shalfey with the refrag, but still a 3 versus 3. And as we know, M&J, E-bomb side on Dust is maybe the hardest bomb side to retake in the entirety of CSGO, and they're just gonna go for the safe ISK with once again a crucial kill to turn the tables. And Unique, they're gonna give up 4 to 8 as the CTs at this point, they'll probably just go for the half buy. This is something that's
too much, and Crush needs to stay alive as he continues to peek. Oh, he finds one more before he falls. But tagged very, very low. Surely can't survive for much longer.
Leaf will take him down, and now Crane playing aggressive with the AWP, takes the initial peek, and he'll even be aware of the possibility of a second player, so doesn't risk it, doesn't go towards CT, and there's the peek coming in from shalfey to take down EIZA. Leaf left in the 1 versus 3 yet again in the clutch, takes himself the first. Last round he went for the ace. This time he's already on the 3k, needs an ace once again. Can he go for the back-to-back? Oh, posted there, gets a free kill, and now on the 1 versus 1 Leaf. Is he gonna do 2 aces in 2 rounds in a row? Got it last time. Now on the other side, the AWP and shalfey. He doesn't want to aggress too much.
I quite like this. He's got a really difficult task on his hands, though. So many angles to clear out here on this B site. So much cover provided by these boxes, and Leaf to take that one.
Oh, we love a little bit of BM. We love it. Yeah. Every game needs a bit of this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
I'd be happy that he won the round, but I mean, they're still losing. They're still losing.
Yeah, the thing is, you're happy, but when you look at the scoreboard, you're on the CT side, you lose 4 plays.
Unreal.
No way.
I want to see that from his POV.
Yeah, I want to see that from his POV as well. Oh my gosh. Look, if they win this round here on the back, pretty much an uncalculated risk here for the Twistzz. EIZA, he will drop Crane, but still, the bomb is in control of the CTs.
Ooh. Comes down to the one-on-one. ISK with the AWP. The nade not going to connect for all too much damage. In fact, it's not going to connect at all. But the time, it's ticking away. floweaN knows it. He's probably got about 5 more seconds. And if ISK doesn't get the bomb in time, then it's but it very, very narrowly goes Unique's way.
And yet, Unique, they managed to win 6, but to what avail? They lost 9 rounds on their CT side on Dust 2. Of course, Dust 2 being a really dynamic home map, being a fast-paced map, it kind of hit. Now the 3 versus 4 SELLTER, he will drop leave, and the 2v4 is on for ISK and Volt.
Definitely doable. Volt's just retrieved that fallen kit on the floor as well, so that gives them an extra few seconds to work with. The C4 realistically only just gone down, so they're going to both stack up into short, try and make this one work. No, but Unique, well, they do what we said they needed to. They take the pistol. And it's interesting you say about the utility as well. I've seen this more and more recently. And to be honest, I put it down to the fact that it is nowhere near a bomb site. Unique. It's still in mid. It has to make its way to B. And it starts to rotate around. There we go. SELLTER's on the site with the UMP. Needs to hold it for a few more seconds, though. And with such low health, he's playing a very, very dangerous game. Fortunately for him, there's no nades to prevent him.
Oh, no. He pulled out a grenade. Crane. And oh my. I think Vexed are calling this timeout to just...
Due time, and Vexed, they have to just take a step back. They can't continue to contest this control. Instead, they push on to short.
And no kills going in favor of Crush, and this is just heartbreaking for him. Man advantage now for the CTs as the bomb has to go down after this Molotov.
That's a great incendiary from short as well. Onto site, it denies the plant, delays it by a few seconds for them to actually get into position for this retake. And Unique had no smoke to extinguish it. So right now, C4's only just been planted, and Vexed are ready for this retake. 3 coming in from short, 1 from CT. shalfey's aware of it, but they need to hit the shots, and there we go. floweaN and SELLTER find all 4 of them, and it's floweaN to do the lion's share of the heavy lifting. 9 on the board for Unique. And they are looking like they should be able to close this gap, especially considering Vexed have no money to work with in this one. So it will almost certainly go 10 to 10.
It will indeed. Safe call.
Yeah, I think it will be. Vexed, they need to keep this economy honest. And oh, wow. shalfey snatching away those rifles. Every single kill he finds will essentially be a weapon that Vexed potentially won't be able to actually have in the next. You see, I'm not sure how much money they'll have. I don't think that their loss bonus is too great right now, so they won't.
And we can drop an M4, but let's see what they do. I would rather see a half buy playing around the 3 guns and maybe first gets heavily attacked, gets him in the second. shalfey will refrag him, and now though the 3 versus 3 is on as the position of Crush here is really crucial. And EIZA, oh, I think he spotted him.
Might have done so, I'm not sure. Either way, ISK approaching with caution, misses the first shot, but the barrels provides him enough cover to connect onto the second. Once again, they've actually lost this site, and this is going to be a difficult retake. There's some utility for Unique to work with right now. Keep the opponents at an arm's length. Vexed, they're running out of time. They need to get into this one, and with Leaf dropping, this becomes 10 times harder, and they are just going to go for the save call.
13-10, and at this point, Vexed, they should go for yet another half buy, but every single time they've been completely shut down. Even when they get the opening kill, even if they get the initial peak, they're just getting refragged so efficiently from Unique, and the money on the side of the CTs is just not there. If they decide to, they could drop 2 M4s and go for the full buy, and I think
win percent is 29%. So they love this T side, and then when they get onto the defense, they just suck. We saw a 9-6 half, and now it's 13 to 10. I mean, they've found 1 round on this CT side. This time,
that's the reason maybe why they struggle on the CT side. But as we say that, they're about to win their number 11 SELLTER. He's left in a 1 versus 2. If he takes 1 more man down with him, that's amazing. But he shouldn't be allowed to do so. This HEO won't finish him. He has 2 players to find. Suppose the first Voldo will take him down. That's gonna be 11 on the board for Vex, but still, they lose 3 players, which will result into a potential reset. Shall they lose this one? This is now a man disadvantage. The AWP has turned its attention towards Longkit. That could come to haunt him because 4 players are making their way out of short. ISK will take down floweaN. Now he will go and help Leaf, but this is too late. Leaf, he's all alone. He needs to go for the multi-kill here. Goes for the first. Will he find a second? Hides, waits for a flash now. Just staying counter-flash. Bomb will go down. They won't actually commit to clearing him out, which is really interesting. Now he will peek. Crane takes him down, and we are on to the 3 versus 3.
It's a nice shot from EIZA. Headshot onto SELLTER. Gives them that man advantage to work with on this retake. They've got a little bit of utility too. The flash pops over the top. Doesn't quite connect with anyone. There's one more to work with, but Crane can't connect the second. All comes down to shalfey. They're looking the wrong way though. Now the 1v1 gets into Gandalf. Wants to try and buy some time. Volt with the kit. Flashbang. No idea where this last man is. Now has an idea. And as he spans to the corner of the box, shalfey needs to fight his way out. He's not able to do so. Volt just about has enough time on this defuse, and Vexed will be able to take it to 12.
Oh, and that's so messy for Vexed. The problem here is that their economy is just broke. They have no money to work with.
On the car, contesting this angle. That's a beautiful shot, though, and that's actually a really nice angle too. And how on earth does he find both? I mean, that's just insane. He's having so much impact with this AWP, and as soon as you put it in his hands, he becomes a very, very dangerous player.
And now Crush left to save at 1 versus 5. This is exactly what Vex needed. This is the point where I really believe that they can win this one, because they win 1v1s in this situation. Has 45 seconds to work with, so he might as well try to go for it.
He swings and supports his teammate, and there we go. 13 to 13. The AWP retrieved, and Vex, they're right back into this one.
They are indeed in for unique.
Much as they can. And if they lose this round, they won't have anything to work with in the next. Vex could very easily get onto 15. So this is super important. And it's been an absolute bloodbath in the opening second. Oh, it's a perfect molly. The flashes just popping over the top. Now they'll throw more. They'll swing off the back of them. Leaf, that's his cue to peek. Still man trapped on the site as well. It's shalfey. He has to fight his way out. He has found himself the first. This Crane's been flashed. He'll get eliminated. And it all comes down to shalfey. The weight on his shoulders, and he can't quite do it. It's with the final blow. And Vexed on to 14. The bomb plant will give Unique a little bit of extra cash to work with. And the loss bonus that they've accumulated will mean that they will have some money to work with moving into the next. It'll actually be enough for a bit of a lackluster buy if they choose to go for it. But Vexed, certainly with the economic advantage, the firepower advantage going into this 28th.
Will trade and even things out.
That's always the danger, the trade in the afterlife.
Wins time and baits for Leaf, and this is perfect. The bait setup. 1 versus 3 now needed for shalfey. He's gonna find the first. 30 seconds to work with. Bomb will go down, but look at that. There's 2 players just from both sides. And shalfey, he shouldn't have a single chance to win this one. Spots the player towards Natus Vincere. Wins the drill. Now 12 HP to work with. Needs to find a headshot onto EIZA. EIZA down to a pistol. 7 HP for shalfey. Will he find it? And yes! shalfey! What the hell is that? 14-14 and Vexed. They choke when it mattered the most.
That is unbelievable.
EIZA though with 1 in return. Let's not try them out of this one just yet. He has the M4. Pushes even further. He knows that there's a player behind blue and he's looking forward to catching him, and he does manage to do so. 3 versus 3 HP advantage in the way of the CTs.
Yeah, not the best of starts from Vexed, but they seem to have recovered it quite nicely. 3 on 3, as you say. And Volt in a prime position. Oh, often goes overlooked, but Crane not going to do so this time. Hits the snappy flick when needed. And it comes down to EIZA and Leaf now on this retake. Leaf coming through the mid doors. They could get some kind of pincer going here and take out floweaN. Instead, it's going to be the save call. They bring these rifles into the next. They allow Unique onto 15. They don't fancy their chances in this retake. Does mean they are now playing for overtime. And they don't really have the money to play for overtime. They've got 2 rifles to work with. Everybody else will just be down to those.
What a double Crane with a refrag, but that was amazing. This is exactly what you want to see from the saved AK, and now EIZA, he needs to go huge with it. 5-7 indeed, he will. And what's happening? Unique, they crumble in front of the guns of Vexed. These aren't even the best guns that they could wish for. They're crumbling against. They can, but first of all, they need to find those towards long. They managed to do so. floweaN finding Cleef in the meantime, and that was originally a 4 versus 2. It's so dangerous right now. floweaN. Dodges the flash, peeks into CT, finds the headshot onto Bold, and now it's only left to EIZA. And this is just disaster spelled in capital letters. And Vexed, there is nothing that they can do in this situation. They lose the 4 versus 2 and they lose the map once again on the back of losing a 3v1, a 4v2. Unique, they managed to win there. Vexed, of course, gonna go for the push towards middle on the pistol round, and all the headshots just going in the way of the CTs. But as I say that, shalfey and SELLTER to fire back with 2, and now it's
Seemed like the better side on Dust 2, and shalfey still showing off that he is just a clutch man. We saw a 1-on-3 come through for him. 15-13 scoreline to keep Unique in it. In fact, 14-13 scoreline to keep Unique in it. Right now, looking to try and do the same in the pistol. Oh, just narrowly misses the man, though. And there we go. It's finishing things off. So the pistol round does go Vex's favor, but comes a little bit close for comfort there in that clutch.
Take the head off Isk. Now Volt needs to go huge here from side. Has the crossfire with the player on their balcony. That's EIZA, but all the kills going in the way of the T's. Just now EIZA will find one. Still alive. Needs to stay alive as long as possible to try and buy time for the rotations to come. But floweaN will take him down. And that's instantly the safe goal coming in from Vexed.
Yeah, Vexed can have nothing more to do with that one. Remember, they did go for a bit of a bonus, so forward, or in fact, they will be able to do, but they wouldn't have any utility and things like that. So they want to try and build up this bank account, and that's exactly what they've done. 2-1.
Gonna get taken down by SELLTER. shalfey takes down Isk, and now it's on to leave, and floweaN with the shutdown. What has happened? Vexed's defenses have collapsed towards that B-bomb side.
Yeah, I mean, they had that 3-man setup, and as you say, the utility had just separated C from the Russians.
It is, in fact, what you want to see from them. And
right now, though, Isk, the boost, it's nice, but he has to drop off. EIZA's there to do the heavy lifting. The trades do come through, though, and somehow, after a complete bloodbath, it ends up in a 2-on-2 situation. And Vexed, they haven't had any time to get these rotations in. It was such a quick execute. They're only just on their way, and Unique, they've already got this C4 planted.
There's the smoke towards long. Vital position here coming in from Doxin. Is this the safe goal, or he's just going for the smoke and Crane peeks into him? Dox goes down and now leave in the 1 versus 2. Nothing to do. He needs to fall back and save this M4. There's no chance whatsoever for him. And Unique, they're just gonna shut down the full buy from Vexed as fast as possible. As of course, Leaf, he's gonna do some damage, but Unique don't really care. As you said before, at the beginning of this round, they have money for days, and we can't say the same about the CTs.
Here we go, creeps around the corner. EIZA's there, dinking the body shot to finish him off. And C4, he wants to try his luck. The Molotov actually going to prevent it. EIZA's going to fall right back to the site.
It's just battering for him, EIZA. He will find the second. And now the 3 versus 5. This should be Vex's round all day, every day. And EIZA still towards graveyard. Get mollied off. Goes for the repeat. Gets even more out of this round. And at this point, what can you possibly do if you're Unique? Coming in, Crane with one, but Volt still alive on side. 5 seconds. Rotations are on the way, and Leaf, he will shut down SELLTER. 3 rounds on the board, and Vexed there. floweaN with a quick double, Dox with one in return, and now onto the 3 versus 4. But this is the problem here for Vexed. If they lose this one, they're gonna be completely shut down. Of course, they'll have some money to work with, but Unique, they're looking so sharp on the T side, and Leaf, he needs to stand his ground, and damage he does right now. 5 HP combined for both players of Unique. This should be Vexed's round to take every single day of the week. And Leaf, he'll find himself one more, maybe the third. There's the flashback coming in, the peek, and Leaf, he will shut them down. Unique losing second in a row, and Vexed starting to crawl their way back up for a pretty
confidence back, and it seems to be EIZA initiating it. This flare that's coming into the server, the aggression towards mid, it works out beautifully, and Vex quite comfortably will be able to put this 5th on the board.
This is the complete and utter shutdown coming in from Vexed. This is like a different team that we're seeing right now, Crush. left in the 1 versus 4, wanting to find the first as Volt. He has his number, and the money for Unique, it's still not. There's the molly. EIZA gets the first, will he get the second? Flashes come through. EIZA falls back, but Volt with the quick double, Leaf with one as well, and now it's only left shalfey. He's gonna get shut down by Dox, and this is just a complete bloodbath towards that A balcony area. Unique
is instantly traded, and Leaf, while flashed, can't actually go for the refrag, but instead takes a step back, sprays away for 2, and that should be enough to hold on to this B-bomb site for now. Even the whiffed smoke, oh, that is just dire.
Flash will go through bomb, will go down as shalfey will take down EIZA, and now this has become doable for the T's. Both players coming in from CT spawn for Vexed. They smoke him out. SELLTER peeks, gets the kill. There's the HE in the legs of SQ, get taken out by SELLTER as well. And that's gonna be 6 for Unique. As we said, crucial for the Russian side. They just waited a bit. There's the flash, and Dox, he's ready. Gets the spam through the smoke. shalfey is down. And this cancels the entire play. Still don't SELLTER. Or SELLTER, rather, he will take one towards apartments, but EIZA dropping from the boost. It's such a chaotic round so far, and SQ will drop SELLTER. Rotations have to come through, and this is a disaster. The 2 versus 4, and floweaN has such a good timing here. Oh, they have no idea that there's a player in the smoke, do they? Not a single clue. And now floweaN in the 1 versus 4. He has a strong position. 1 free kill at least, but will he find anything more? Yes, he will. Gets the second. Knows where one of the players are. Gonna go for the fight. But Leaf, he's ready for it. Vexed, they managed to close things out on the CT side of Inferno.
Good chance of taking this one. That T-sided aggression just works out so beautifully for them. And in the pistol, they're not anticipating Crush from behind, but they deal with him nicely. And they're just trading 1 for 1 right now. They're winning all of these Angels. And Unique, they're pretty much out of this one.
They are, especially with the position from Magisk. He should be able to shut down the first player into library, and he is indeed able to do so. Now it's only left to shalfey. The 1 versus 3, they won't provide anything to him. Well, anything but a swift headshot from EIZA as Vexed getting the smokes. Oh my god, what a shot from Crane, and now the smokes will come in hand for the CTs. I don't know why Crush is pushing middle in this situation. Somehow he gets a kill. Somehow he gets out of it. That is just disaster. They can be deadly. The CZ and shalfey. He will attack. He will frag the first. There's the whiff shot though from floweaN. The scout needs to connect at least to one of the players, and it will connect. Crane with the refrag though, and EIZA in the 1 versus 3, 5 HP to work with. 45 seconds on the clock, tries to go through the CT smoke, but Crush has his number written down, and that's gonna be 7 rounds on the board for Unique. They to catch player towards balcony. Isk with the first, SELLTER with 1 in return, falls down. Crush with 1. The refrags though, they're working perfectly for the T's, but SELLTER, he has other things on mind. And now the 1 versus 2, and there's still a player in pit. I'm not sure if Isk is aware. Oh, he should be. Spots him, goes for the peek with the AWP, misses the shot. Now Isk will have a chance to get the first, goes for the second, and Isk, what the hell is that?
It's ABSA. They went for a bit of a bonus in that last round, so if they lose it, it's not the end of the world kind of thing. But especially considering they had such an advantage, they're going to be kicking themselves that they weren't able to pick it up. Now, this is a really important one for them to win. They lose this, and they put themselves in a horrible position.
Dox, what an entry towards Lock-in. This is such a strange scenario. 4 players here from the CTs, and they're getting completely shut down. A SELLTER here will follow up the destiny of his teammates, and now floweaN left to save. Vexed, they're looking forward to a 3rd map, and I think that it's highly probable right now.
Point forward in order for them to actually pull this one back. But yeah, this is a sticky situation for them. Vexed, they are really controlling
here. As you said, they had the chance on Dustin. They seem really motivated to do so. Dox and Leaf, that's it. And there's no way that they lose it, but as I say that, floweaN just goes for the quick double. The rotation.
V2 retake. Right now, pretty much the same situation, but this time it's a 3v3. as they come in. They're all set up for it. The bomb only just gone down. They haven't got a lot of utility to work with. There's a smoke deployed. The nade comes in. Molotov in the meantime deployed. And look at that from EIZA. The first one comes through, traded out, but Isk comes in from behind. And Vexed put themselves onto match point. Docs with that AWP on the...
They will go into the third map with a lot of confidence. And floweaN, he gets the first with the HE onto Volt, but still Vexed, they have...
floweaN looking for a second, spots out the head, goes for the wide swing. Docs not even expecting it at all. So this is actually a really good start here from Unique. I mean...
oh, they're not. There's the flash though, and he will fall. floweaN though will find one Isk with the refrag. shalfey with one on his own, and now it's only left to leave the 1 versus 4. And what could he possibly do? Nothing is the answer, of course. As Unique, they shut him down.
Why give Unique an opportunity to claw back a couple of rounds, but so far they're not too worried. I just don't want to see them crumble. We saw it on Dust 2, as I say. They threw it away. Right now, they seem to be making the same mistakes, peaking 1 by 1. This isn't looking good. Big mistakes made. Once again, 2-man disadvantage. Make it 3, and the nade comes over. Only does a tickle of damage onto Isk. In the meantime, EIZA wants to try and find the kill into Pit. Does drop down. The Batman play allows him the first. But he's fully flashed. They know his position. They should just be able to clear him. They're taking a long time to do so. And he's having a lot of complications right now. As Isk finds himself one more. A 5v2 turning into a 2-on-2. But Crane might just be able to pick up the pieces. EIZA, he's had a fantastic round so far, but with only 20 points of health and very little time to make this happen, needs to dart onto the site, try and get this C4 planted, spamming through the smoke. If he connected it, it would have turned the tides. Instead, the digits get tapped in. The time pressure now added to Unique, but they've got the kit to work with. And they've got the flank coming into play, and there we go. floweaN from apartments, finishes off the job. The final blow into the chest to take down EIZA, and Unique put their 11th on the board. Vexed, with the bomb plant, they do actually have some cash to work with here, so I'm interested to see what buy they go for. Just be a full eco, but realistically, they're looking to just try and get this one done. The aggression towards Banana doesn't pay dividends for Unique this time round. Leaf finding the trade through the flame.
Needs to be careful, goes for the fight. Gets the first, deploys a molly to win some time, goes for the repeat. They're blocking themselves. Look at the damage that this molly has done. Crush will even go for the re-aggression. Takes out one more. Crush with the repeat once again, and now it's Docs in the 1v2, but look at that. SELLTER over-aggresses as well.
Retake, and he's not going to clock it until the C4 gets planted. He's actually not even in range to hear the bomb on B, so he's still on this B site, still thinks it's perfect though. The Molotov doesn't do a whole lot, but Docs pokes his head over. The small gap on the side of the smoke abused, and Vexed take it to 16. Inferno. Unique were looking like they could close it out in a 2-0 fashion, as you say. And then it just gets snatched away from them, and here we are, third and final. Unique, they have pulled off an absolute masterclass in this pistol round. They managed to get onto the A site without actually taking any casualties, without taking any gunfights, and then the 5v5 retake is just going their way flawlessly.
Oh, Docs though has something to say in that matter. Sleeve pushing towards Electric, and now Docs left in the 1v3, finds a third headshot. Now onto the 3k, but still 2 players left to search for. Docs goes for the fight, takes the 4, but there's no time, and despite of getting the 4k here, Docs, he will have to save, and that's gonna be pissed around going in favor of Unique, as they managed to get up close.
Really mounting here for Team Unique. They need to keep an eye on this clock. They don't want to leave it too late. We saw it happen on Inferno. Big kill from Crush. There's the follow-up. And that is their avenue onto the A site. 20 seconds left. They need to focus on getting this bomb planted. But they've got the advantage to work with.
As you say that though, Leaf and EIZA with a 2 in return, and the bomb needs to go down. There's only 10 seconds. And if Leaf manages to cancel it, but indeed he won in Crane, single-handedly just destroying other players. And look at that, look at how defensive Crane has been. He's just falling back. There's the free kill from Volt, but now they know where he is. Here's the player on top of green, gets double peaked, and that's gonna be it. Unique, they're just using their grenades to their full extent, going for the full execution, refragging efficiently, and that's it. Look at that, shalfey getting the fast opening, and they're so aggressive.
There just doesn't seem to be anything that Vexed can do about it. Once they take that initial casualty, they can't seem to react. The crossfire is then broken, and they just get crushed from all angles. And ironically, Crush peeks out, gets a headshot off the back of it, spots out the second man. There's nowhere this AWP gets away alive. It's Crush to deal another headshot, a fatal blow. And Isk out of the equation. Volt follows suit. The same fate awaits him.
For the default, just establishing control all over the place, making sure that there's no aggression coming in. And Isk finally, the immediate reaction from Unique, pushing towards that B side. There's the rotations coming through though. Isk with one more on the AWP. floweaN, a lot of damage done, but only one kill to go off. And now the 2 versus 4 for shalfey and Crush. This is the best chance that the CTs have had in winning a round, but look at the position from Crush. Oh, he's paused the players 4Z. This is so good from Crush.
He needs to just wait this one out, but not expecting the player from Ivy. And now it all comes down to shalfey. He's able to find himself the single kill, but instantly traded, and that's a really good response. Posted on the B ramp, smoke comes over. SELLTER wants to try and provide some support to his teammates, but Volt finds the first. Engagement's happening all over the shop, but Vexed coming out on top. And a 3v1, all down to SELLTER now to try and clutch up.
The first gets the headshot, but Isk, he's there with the refrag, and that's going to be sash.
And then when you need it, when Vexed do finally find some gas in the tank, then you can continue to fight back. And this time round, yeah.
Exactly, and Volt, he needs to go for an aggressive play. He needs some information. Goes to push it. Popdog gets the first, nearly the second, but in the meantime, though, Isk will find one on the kill for floweaN.
Yeah, this is absolutely huge. There we go. Free kill. The trigger discipline there, though. Finally has to tap the head. Doesn't want Isk taking out his teammate, adding complications to this one. Now they've got the B site. Vex, they're completely outmaneuvered. They've got a man disadvantage. I'm not even sure if they're aware of the damage that they've dealt. If they were, this would be a no-brainer. Docs will be able to drop something over to either EIZA or Volt, and we'll probably only see one pistol come out, maybe a FAMAS. Either on them, that's where it just starts to get maybe unrecoverable. We'll have to wait and see. Volt narrowly surviving. Isk there to support, though, and that's 2 big kills.
It is 2 big kills, but look at the position from shalfey. He might have a free kill presented to his name. Manages to make his way towards side, and he will take down the first. Oh, no leave! The timing is so good! He literally saved the round there for his team, and now it's only Crush and Crane into the 2 versus 4. What could they possibly do in this scenario?
Well, not a whole lot, apparently, at the moment. If they lose the next 3, they're pretty much out of this one. They might as well pack their bags and bye-bye out the Shadow League. If they win the next 3, yeah, there's definitely a lifeline. 1-for-1 trade comes through. Isk, rather consistent with these AWP shots on this CT side. Once he actually has it in hand, which there haven't been too many rounds this half where he's actually been allowed that premium sniper. But as trades come through elsewhere, 3-on-3 situation and Unique, they have some control towards B.
SELLTER heavily tagged towards lower, but his entire team just grouping up. Oh, and the timing is perfect. Volt will take the first. Manages to win himself some more time. Calls for rotation. Deploys the flash. Needs to stay alive for as long as possible in this scenario. But shalfey, he's ready for it. Oh, I think he spotted him. He spots the gun barrel. Takes the kill. And now Volt to the 1v2 takes down SELLTER. shalfey needs to go for the clutch. Takes the first. Now the one.
Wrapping all the way around the back. Docs has no idea what's going on right now. He's been completely outmaneuvered. shalfey, a good opportunity, and there we go. Reads the situation beautifully. Teammate ready to take the gunfights. Docs on the other side of this box. Needs to hit the shots, and there we go. There's the first headshot.
Docs will double up. Will go for the triple. EIZA with 1 on his own, and now the 2 versus going in favor of Vexed. It's just a matter of whether Unique will manage to stay alive and not die after the time Crane. He will take down 1 more with himself, and that's going to be 4 on the board. Substantially better buy than last time, but let's see how they fare for the second time in a row. Isk will take the initial kill, repositions himself towards Ivy, will get the double up. Dex though with 1 on his own.
I mean, this is a big couple of rounds and a really a must-win couple of rounds. They've done fantastically well to step up and actually come in with some dominance, keep applying pressure, and for Vex to actually come back into it. So ultimately, I suppose it is more important for Vex to win it.
Needs to find a kill towards Ivy, but will be ready to deploy 1 more smoke to win some space. There's the kill for Isk, and now Crush all along towards that side. Has the support of SELLTER, but he will fall. EIZA with 1 as well, and Crane now left in the 1 versus 5 with his thumb in his mouth to wonder what happened to my team.
Well, he falls to the same fate as well. Just completely wrecked. Dox is actually really...
Out of train, let me remind you, ladies and gents, the loser of this one goes home, and the winner will have one more chance to qualify for have the best chance that they could wish for. Only the player in office, and he will get taken down by EIZA. Now the 5 versus 3, as shalfey, he will fire back with 1, but just the HP advantage isn't in favor of unique. SELLTER now could be the game changer, playing around the smoke, will push through, denies the bomb plant. SELLTER will try and stay alive as Crane. He will find one more now into the 2 versus 2, and this is just collapsing for the T side. Still completely broken.
Well, that's all said and done. Unique, they take it very, very narrowly. Vexed, despite the fact that they were actually able to get that C4 planted, he just can't hold on to it. The retake comes through. They do still have plenty of cash to go for another investment.
5, 6, 7 rounds in a row, and after the other team doing the same. We can see now though that Vexed, they want to shut this down from Unique and floweaN, and he's gonna get dropped early on. Still, the double AWP on the side of Unique could make the difference, but Vexed, they're starting things off in the best way possible.
Yeah, big opening kill there from Dox. Very, very nice start indeed. Right through the smoke as well. So really, really crispy stuff. Off the back of it, they look to try and find more. But with a 2-man advantage, SELLTER, a lot of weight on his shoulders to try and claw this one back. And as he gets aggressive towards B, has an opportunity to do so. There's the first, hungry for the second, but needs to fall away. Can't afford to continue to aggress until shalfey's in position for the flank.
Go and leave. He's ready for it. Takes the tower. Now it's only left to Crane. Nothing to do. Goes for the repeat. Dogs will shut him down, and that's
really, really slipped up here. They had such a strong position 10 rounds into this game. Now it's looking like they might actually lose it. Surely the barrel's been spotted by Crane here too. What an opening from Isk, and a secondary shot to come through. Vexed, they've pretty much sealed this one already.
And this is just a disaster spelled in capital letters for Unique. They lose the buy round with the AWP before it has even started, and shalfey goes for the refrag. Although he has a really strong position, gets himself the first, won't double up as Leaf is there with the refrag. Now the 2 versus 2. Unique somehow managing to crawl their way back into this round, and they have a pretty decent setup here for this after plant. Both players towards that A side already, one towards Ivy, one towards office, and the office position is vital. shalfey will find the first now. Still, he knows that there's not a single player on the bomb base out. The shot, and shalfey will take him down. Somehow, the 5 versus 3 goes in favor of Unique, and they're still not out of this one just yet.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely called it too early. They are going to win round number 23 and close out this game.
They do, and Unique, they're going for the aggressive play towards
creeping up towards this B site. It's really do or die time right now. An important round for them to pick up. There's the jump spot. Crane only connects for the leg onto EIZA. That's a best case scenario there for Vex. Realistically, with the double drop down, they're expecting to trade 1 for 1. But to take a bullet in the knee, he might be hobbling for a couple of days, but I'm sure he'll be happy with the outcome of that engagement. And Isk's still there to do damage, despite being caught off guard by Crush. Comes out on top with the AWP shot, anticipates the man on top of the container. Unfortunately, can't connect.
Well, for Unique, this is a pretty devastating situation. They just won their first round. They were happy. And now they will try and go out. But the molly is there, perfect. Forcing the CTs out of position. Crush, though, will shut down the first, and SELLTER, his position might not be known. He might have a chance to deny the bomb plan, but look at that headshot from EIZA. And now the 4 versus 4 retake. It's a must-win round for Unique. Otherwise, we're going to be looking at Vexed going for the win here as Dox, he will shut down Crush. Now the 3 versus 4, Crane finds one on his own, but the time is running low. They need to start pushing. There's one player playing around the smoke. There's the flash, and they're delaying them so much. Unique, they need to go and save. There's no time. Smoke will go on the bomb. He needs to stick it. He needs to stick it. He's going for it. Will he find it? Oh my goodness, he does! No way, Unique, man.
This AWP, and as he's going for this initial early pick, really hoping he can find it. Good start from Dox. Snappy headshot, 22 to 11. This man's on a 2 KD, and he looks to extend it further. The nade comes in, does a lot of damage to him. Before he falls, he wants to deploy that Molotov. Make sure that no one gets up close and personal. Unique are in good positions here, though. They seem to have the reins on this A site. There's the trade finally. And this is a solid defense.
It is, but still 1v1, or 1-for-1 rather, trades always favoring the T's, as they could always just group up in the refrag. They're gonna come on top. Of course, EIZA has a pretty strong position here. Will take down Crush. Will take down the second as well, and floweaN just taken out of the equation. SELLTER in the 1 versus 3. This is just dominance, pure dominance coming in from Vexed. And SELLTER, what can he do in this situation? He needs to go for the safe. Well,
maybe he's doing something else. Maybe he's wiggling his mouse. Maybe there's a hair on his mouse mat or something.
But of course, B-Hops won't help his team, as we're looking at a 13 equal. floweaN, well, this might help. Getting a kill onto EIZA, and Doxo will refrag immediately towards Ivian.
You got to remember, very, very close to this finish line now. Just need to dip this one over the top. They spot out the man on top of the train. That is such a snappy reaction from Dox. And if he can follow up right now, then there is a real good shot of this round. Does trade back 3-on-3. 35 seconds left to tick. And they need to speed this one up. And that's a very nice headshot from Crane.
Unique somehow managing to turn things around, but still fall in a pretty decent position to have himself the first. Now the 2 versus 2. Still though, one player around sandwich that they need to clear. They need to be careful about assist. Q will take down floweaN, and now onto Crane. The 1 versus 2. They spot him. And that's gonna be the round going in favor of Vexed. I have no idea what's happening right now. This is so chaotic. Vexed in such a good situation. 4 players though towards that B side from Unique, but the kill going so far in the way of the T's. Trades start to come through. Kills left, right, and center. And in the end, 1-man advantage for the side of Vexed. That's great. He will find a headshot. Doxto with the refrag. And now the 1 versus 2 Crane needs to go huge with a scout. But Isk, he won't deny. 15-30.
Do so. They're out of the Shadow League, and Vex, they live another day. It's been incredibly close, but the UMP getting aggressive. 2 quick kills to kick things off is traded. Advantage here for Team Unique. They've had it since the opening seconds, but Vex, they've taken so much time that I think Unique would have started to anticipate maybe they've wrapped around had they not have got aggressive towards Pop Dog. But they know that it's definitely going to be a B play right now. They've got every single defender stacked up, ready to deal with it. And Leaf, he's the danger man, needs to make a play, creeps around the back, spots the head of the first, can't follow up on the second, and it leaves it all down to Isk. 3 points of health, and he's not going to be able to.
Because both teams have been making some mistakes, but in front of all of the mistakes.
Oh, Doc's taking a lot of damage. Can't quite finish off the job. And shalfey, oh, this is looking like it's going OT, Ted. We're going the distance unless someone makes a big play here. Leaf and EIZA, the 2 remaining players in a 4 versus 2 situation, try and make this work. And the bomb, it's in no man's land. It needs to be retrieved, and a headshot not going to come through for Leaf. We are certainly going to overtime at this point.
And indeed, we are going to overtime. And
Premium? Why? What?
You haven't. Do you know what the grind that we used to do was here in like 1 or 2 years in the summer? That was crazy. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit different though, isn't it? So like, I used to do things like that where you maybe not even necessarily a 5-man stack, just a couple of mates, and you play loads and loads of face it, grind for elo. But I think when you're playing at like a racing game, and it's dragging on for near enough 4 hours at this point.
For me, maybe that shows that I'm not made for a player. Like, I have over 7,000 hours in the game. When I was playing best of 3s and tournaments and so on, they were actually I felt like every best of 3 was over in like 5 minutes. No matter if we just toxicity in TeamSpeak, because we were arguing with each other all the time, and you don't know what Bulgarian TeamSpeak sounds like. It's
like, nice man, good job, team effort, unbelievable.
It's pretty much the same when I start playing with, for example, people like, I don't know, with Rain. Oh, by the way, they've begun. I don't know if your clean feed is frozen still, but I just refreshed mine and they have started.
Yeah, I'm actually saving, which is interesting. But Vexed, they lead by 2. Drop into drop down. Pop Dog completely snatched away by Team Unique. The double kill from shalfey with that AUG adds major complications, and now Vexed need to get the trade frags.
They need to leave. He will find the first. Oh, Crane will fall to Iskin. This is just falling apart. That was perfect for Unique. Somehow they're managing to lose it. And Unique, they need to go for it. This is the last round of the first overtime, so safe isn't an option. There's the missed shot from the Opera. SELLTER, he will drop dogs now into the 2 versus 3, but Leaf and his, they shouldn't have been so close. There's the back rub coming in from shalfey. Leaf needs to go for the 1 versus 3 clutch. We'll have the first, gets the headshot. Now we'll try and play the time. Bomb has been ticked. Leaf doesn't move a muscle, and shalfey has his number. Unique, they will win a 16, but oh my god, that shouldn't have been so close.
Absolutely not. Yeah, that was a really, really close round and really does fall on the shoulders of shalfey. Right, he's already been taken out. He's right through the smoke. Crane does trade one out. Refrag comes through, comes back into a 4-on-4, but a lot of preliminary damage taken. shalfey and SELLTER already down to half HP.
SELLTER has no idea Volt will take him down, and now they know. Vexed, they know exactly what's coming their way, in this needs to find at least the first, nearly the collateral, but shalfey, he will take him down, and now the 2 versus 3 as Leaf will take down shalfey. Bump gets dropped, and Crane needs to clutch in the 1 versus 3.
Oh, Bomb, try and get around to CT, make something happen. It's all on to Green, though, to try and clutch up this 1-on-3 and deny Vexed series point once again here in the overtime. 2 kills to find. No idea where they're lingering. Needs to check this hard right corner, and he's not going to. EIZA's there to put the final blow into him. And it's 18 to 16, as I said before. Series point here for Vexed. They've got...
Find himself a free kill. Searches for the second one, doesn't manage to spot him. This might come to haunt him. Must leave. He will miss the initial shots. Turns away his attention towards zywoo. This is so stressful here for Unique. Time is running low. Dogs finds one. There's the refrag coming in from Crush. 3 versus 4, but only 10 seconds on the clock. They need to get the bomb down. EIZA still alive. Bomb will get tapped. floweaN, Crane, get the kills. EIZA with the refrag. Is there time? There is. Bomb goes down, and now EIZA into the 1 versus 2. 9 HP to work with.
Close lands the headshot. shalfey, millimeter to the left, and he'd have a bullet in his head. But he can't quite convert. Vexed, they still lead by 1. Still match they're looking for, but a lot of damage dealt. The kill onto SELLTER. Major advantage now here for Vexed. They've taken no damage of their own, and they've dealt so much of it. floweaN with the double peak. Take out Docs. He's been one of the most impactful players here for the CT side, but the spam through the smoke does a tickle of damage further. Way round. Crush gives his team the man advantage, and this might be their opener avenue onto the A side.
Disc now playing around the smoke. He will even push further, misses the shot, and Crane will refrag through the smoke. And now the 2 versus 4 lead and Volt. That was originally a 5 versus 4 in favor of Vexed. Unique, they've managed to turn it around, and shalfey, he will take the head off Leaf. Ladies and gents, we're going into a second OT.
Unbelievable. That shot from Isk could have been the difference maker, and somehow he misses it. It's almost like he kind of threaded the needle. I have no idea how that didn't connect, but it missed by a millimeter, and yeah, we're going to double overtime. 18-18. These two teams still inseparable. Yeah.
From Crane, gets the opening, spots the gun barrel, and Isk, he's gonna have a pretty tough time getting out of there.
That's actually awesome. The initiative on that as well, to say, right, there's a Molotov in play. Instead of letting it slow us down and allowing them to take some control, let's go for a run boost. They won't expect that. It works out beautifully. There's the trade frag, though. Isk with the CZ, staying alive throughout the entirety of that one, doing further damage towards the end. Doesn't even need that big green scoped rifle. Go. Beautiful stuff. Can't quite follow up with the second, but a 3-on-1 now for floweaN, and a very unlikely one to pull off.
Totally, only 25 seconds to work with. Picks up the bomb, but all 3 players are close. All 3 players can just swing and leave. He won't even wait for the bomb tap. He will just take his head off. 19 for Vexed, and for those of you that don't know,
it's absolutely perfect. Really, really nice stuff there. Just seeing through the corner of that smoke. Vexed once again with the man advantage. Untradeable for now. There's the trade frag. Leaf able to follow up, but somehow we're in a 3-on-3.
They managed to turn things around. Of course, 3 versus 3 is always favoring the D side. Crush, he will take the first. Crane with the refrag, and now it's only left to Isk. The 1 versus 3, and they will hear him. They know exactly where he's coming from. They have all the information. Isk, he's just gonna be wondering what's happened. 55 seconds, just running. Will get caught, somehow gets the kill onto Crush. That shouldn't be dangerous. There should be no chance that Isk wins this. He goes top of res, spots the player in office, goes for the tag. This is so dangerous for Isk, but floweaN, eventually he will take him down. That's gonna be 19 for both teams here.
It helps being under the Vexed brand and having the prestigiousness of that brand to help them out. But watching them grow and seeing them compete at this...
There's the kill. Dox shuts down floweaN though in the meantime. Still man advantage in favor of the CTs and Dox. He's got Ivy.
It absolutely will be. Man disadvantage. Isk with the AWP. There we go. Fires off. Remember, Isk's the stand-in today, and he has been pulling his weight and actually just going above and beyond. He has been playing sensational Counter-Strike. 4 versus 2, the retake coming in. EIZA from the back line. There's the headshot that he needed. SELLTER all on his lonesome. 1 on 3. Finds the first. Almost the second. I was almost about to say and the second, but no. Can't quite finish off the job. Isk takes him out. 31 frags to his name. And Vexed on to 20. Once again, they narrowly lead at the halfway point. It was this time round last time.
Flash though, Crane gets the first with the molly. A lot of damage dealt. Look at that HE, it's just perfect. And somehow it didn't do so much damage. Leaf will take down floweaN. Now the 4 versus 4 is on. It's such a chaotic round towards that B-bomb side. Shots being missed from both sides. There's the flashes, there's the kills. shalfey will take down Volt. And now the 3 versus 4. A lot of damage dealt down. Leaf and Dox with a quick double. And now the 3v2. Unique find themselves in a disadvantage, but as I said, that shalfey, he will take down Lav, or rather Leaf. Gets the smoke down. Isk denies the attempt of Diffuso, and now Crane, he needs to go for it. Jumping on the side, has no idea that Dox is behind him, and has no time to go for it. 21 rounds on the board for Vex. Such a chaotic round.
Really, really chaotic. I mean, they did well.
Slow default. Refrag should come through. From Dox, it will 1-for-1. Smoke will get deployed from the CTs, and of course,
Not quite connecting from Crane there, but Unique, they completely take this one by storm. Vexed, so much confidence until they get right to the final hurdle, and then they trip right over it. 4v1, Volt, he's certainly not going to save, wants to try and do some damage, see if he can get anything done, and it's just not going to happen. floweaN takes him out, Unique on to 20, and this round is for triple overtime or bust here for Unique. How many whiffed match points they've had. It's pretty rough. There's definitely an issue here. Perhaps a composure issue when it comes to Vex.
Leaf though will drop Crush. Leaf with a double. shalfey will shut him down finally. Still a 3 versus 3 SELLTER. In the back of the site will fall to Dox, and this could be the beginning of the end, ladies and gents here. Unique. Everything that they have is shalfey and Crane. They're the only 2 players that are keeping the team in the tournament. There's the flash. Dox, he will get the kill. And now Crane in the 1 versus 3. With everything to do. If he falls, that's everything. Finds the first, finds the second, but Volt, he will shut him down. And that's gonna be the end. Unique, they're out of the Shadow League. And Vexed,